Hmm. Yeah, whoops. Oh, you see, you don't actually press some. There we go. Welcome. Let's go looking for those abnormally low temperatures.
Chozo ruins.
Right. So I guess what I should do is I'll go up again. Then follow this path. Let's. Don't think there's anything in the side paths here. How nice of them to give me so many missiles. I wouldn't call it a cheat. It's entirely intended. I just figured that was the fastest way to go. If I recall correctly. Yep, these vanish. And if you drop, you fall into an area we've already been before. Morphology, plated parasite. A hardy member of the parasite family, invulnerable to most weaponry. A cousin to the parasite, these creatures are known for their amazing resilience. Still starting to suggest a weakness to morpho-delivered weaponry systems. Unfortunately, I don't think we can do anything with that right now. Yep, the Decium portion of the floor here is weak. Need something stronger to get through that. Chozo script translated. What is this otherworldly pestilence that infests the land, seeking out life in its kind, in its blind need for corruption? And where did the meteor that brought it originate? Was it crafted by alien hands, or is it a roving chunk of a planet that suffered a violent end? Our minds quail in terror, in horror at thought that long ago in some corner of the universe as yet unseen by our eyes, an entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever cataclysm may have ruptured that doomed place must have been a mighty indeed. And if other meteors from it are spread through space, bearing its evil to the far corners of the universe. We hold fast to the hope that this is not so, and that the only surviving remnants of its evil are here on Talon 4. Then, at least, there's hope for its eradication. Let's see. Ah, yes, there it is. We'll just roll out here. So many white doors to deal with. Cordite statue is worn and weathered. Magnetic rail, but it's closed. Right, I remember this room. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything down here.
Recorded to logbook.
Chozo script translated. To the Entrusted One, if you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. Your path is fraught with danger. Monstrosities beyond descriptions lurk in the shadows, starving, hunting for prey, searching for ways to quench the poisonous urges that bloom in their brains. Some of these are shrewd, but they are blinded by their evil and science. Believing in the black promise of the great poison, they seek to harness it for their own ends. It is these last that are the greatest danger. When you rid the universe of these creatures, you will be the true Entrusted One.
Recorded to logbook.
Chozo script translated. None know if our temple, the cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. For now, it wraps around the abomination, cutting it off from the world above. However, we believe the power of Cipher, which has been produced by the linking of the 12 artifacts, should be strong enough. The fate of this world is now left to the one who will collect all the artifacts in the future. The time when the Entrusted One knows is approaching.
Recorded to logbook.
Chozo script translated. Many Chozo are gifted with distant sight, and even more begin to learn it as our harmonization with the universe becomes more and more complete. We peer forward, seeing prophecy in the ripples of the water, hearing rumors of the coming days on the breath of the wind. Though we celebrate the distant sight, many of these visions are dark, the worst of prophecies, and the most common, tells of the coming of the worm. Born from parasites, nurtured in a poisoned womb, the worm grows, devouring from within, until the world begins to rot. Not all prophecies come to pass, of course. We cannot help but fear this dark portent. Something behind the wall seems to have been activated. I need more than that. I can't get up that far with the boost ball alone, can I? I don't think so. Well, might as well try. Oh, I can. To align myself better. And that activates this one. which lets me go up in here and pick up another missile expansion. Let's see, is there anything over here? Nope. Blast shield and a cutoff cord. Only the holder of the 12 shall face the word. Yeah, they show up a lot in this game. They really love the half-pipe idea. Oh, and look! Now we get to fight more Chozo ghosts. Good news is it was just one that time.
Doors unlocked.
Where we came in from. Some sort of plug is covering the slot. Minor energy readings indicating a small explosive device is installed. Additional scans indicate the detonator for the device is located somewhere at high altitude. Identified as a statue of a Chozo elder. According to Chozo lore, these statues served as watchful guardians of tombs and shrines. Its outstretched hands are empty, as if awaiting an offering. Safety shield online, window secure. Radiation collector designed to absorb and store solar energy. They appear to be largely decorative. We can see one of many secrets around here.
Recording to logbook.
Chozo script translated. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail, existing in a single dimension. They are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel their presence. Such is the will of the Chozo. Our will to defeat the evil seeping into this planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness meet its end, and the will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own. So, this will be the Entrusted One's trial. Chozo runes translated. Holobanner reads, The Hall of the Elders. We will be back here several times. What's the best way to get onto that platform? Yep, here we are. And that will change the pipe setting. A new path has been opened. He's bowling. We just go around behind here. Safety shield offline. Caution when near window. And now I have a shortcut back up. Mechanical structure of a bridge indicates it can be rotated. Drainage shutoff is holding, maintaining the water level of collecting pool at 95%. Guess what? Another half pipe! And hey, here's a save station. We could go through that hole, but I think that's the way out. I did scan these guys earlier, right? Yes. This way. And look what we have here. The Ice Beam. Regular Metroids, no longer a problem. Ice Beam acquired. To function Ice Beam. This weapon can open the ice doors. Additional data downloaded to inventory screen. Press minus to access the inventory screen. Extras have been unlocked. Let's see what's behind door number 1. Access to Talent Overworld South granted. I don't think we want to go there just yet. While we're here, let's go see what we get by using this in the Hall of the Elders. Might have to fight another Chozo ghost. Or 2. Worst part about visiting the Hall of the Elders. They often have Chozo ghosts. should just be this one left. I think I've hit it once. They also never give me drops. Yep, beams do not stack. And our reward for the ice beam? An energy tank. Puts us at 8. Quite nice. Scan in here. Usually isn't. Let's see. Now the most obvious place to take this ice beam is back to Vendrana. This leads back into the furnace area. I don't want to fight them right now. And this leads back over to this half-pipe room. Sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see, where does this bring us? And you. The ice beam is combat, a big upgrade. Don't think I can do what's at the top of this yet, but it should let me. pass through here. Indeed. If things are vulnerable to freezing, an single ice beam shot and a missile will destroy them. Yep, I can't do this. The analysis wall shows rampant weakness due to severe water saturation. Large traces of indesium detected. There is stuff below, but I think, yes, it's locked off. You have to come from the other direction. So yes, this is a dead end for now. So what I think I need to do is I need to go through that hole in the safe room. You assume correctly. Cordite is super missiles, sandstone works with regular missiles and morph ball bombs, and Bendesium requires power bombs. And another elevator. Talon Overworld East. We're just picking up all the elevators back here. If I recall correctly, the main point of that room is that there's an artifact in it. And I guess I should show. Just like most beams, the gun heats up, but with the ice beam, obviously it cools down. And another missile expansion. And this leads us these guys are kind of hard to hit with the ice beam. But they are absolutely worth hitting with the ice beam, because killing them quickly is way easier with it. The annoying part about this elevator is it's actually hard to get back to it. At least if I recall correctly, it's kind of hard to do. Space pod. Creature is critically injured. Cranial trauma indicates likelihood of brain damage. Well, they just don't care. But this leads us back to somewhere we haven't been before. now we'll have to do a little bit of water navigation. You can't get that without better jumps underwater. I don't think the gravity suit is next, but I think it's not too far ahead. He ran away. This crate appears to be some kind of container found on the same kind of container found on the spaceport research frigate. The material seeping out from the ruptured metal is highly toxic. Analysis indicate this may be the phazon compound the space pirates were using in their biological experiments. Phazon hurts a lot. And this brings us back to our landing site. Since I'm here, I might as well stock up. Perhaps we will. Let's see. Where exactly do I need to? Yes, here we go. I don't know that I need to do if I need to do this now or not.
Recording to logbook.
Policy. Jetson. Aquatic predator made of electricity bound by skeletal halves. The Jetsap's brain is located in the upper half of the body, while the heart and digestive tract occupy the lower half. Linked only by electrical impulse, the two halves somehow function effectively, enough to launch the Jetsap to the top of the Talon Floor's aquatic food chain. You have to wait for it to open, and then you can shoot it. I think the wave beam is slightly more effective. Yeah. Oh, they don't invent physics like that till 4. Actually, before I do this, let me double check something. Because I'd be wasting a lot of time if I do this wrong. Okay, yeah. I need to do this first. I think. Hmm. No, actually, I think I want to go a different place. Yeah, I want to go to Findrama first. Yep, unusual gravity pulses. Well, I know you can get really far in there without the gravity suit. So our goal is to get to Fendrana. Fastest way to do that. Yeah, I'd have to walk there and back, and it's really slow to do without the gravity suit. Yep, I just jump all the way down. Let's see. I want to... I want to go the other way, I believe. Yes. I want to go to the Findrana just south. And now, we can freeze these. The Ice Beam is a bit like a shotgun in this game. It's really strong, but it travels so slow it's very ineffective. Oh, didn't press the button at the right time. At a distance. Let's... Alright. I do need the grapple beam to do this room. That's what I thought. There'll be some air parts in this room. I believe the elevator we want is through this door. Might as well stop by the save station. I have 2 artifacts. No, I think, yeah, 2 artifacts. We know where a third one is. I just couldn't get it at the time, and I haven't gone back to it because I haven't had a good reason to. We know an ice door is up there. But there's also an ice door at the back of the lab. We'll explore this one first. I think they loop around and connect to each other. An energy tank. But it's in an ice wall. I remember this room, alright. Pros, transport access. And yes, it does look like the lab connects to here through this wave door. We'll just steadily make our way down. Get rid of a few of these so they're not bothering us as much. Let's go check this out just to be sure it's what I think it is. Yep, it leads right back to the lab. So we're just gonna have to continue down. Yeah. The wave beam is also very effective against those guys. That's the way back out of the water, I think. So, how do I get onto this platform? Yes, I have to... Was there another door out of here? Yes, there was another door out of here. To be fair, I have 110 missiles. I don't think I'm hurting too bad for missiles so long as I don't use the Wave Buster. Or fight too many of the Chozo ghosts. There's the door we actually need. I believe. Yep. These guys aren't kind of annoying. Oh look! Some Sagara.
Recording to logbook.
Morphology. Glider. Docile airborne creatures with unusual magnetic properties. Gliders live a relatively peaceful existence. They have a magnetic signature attuned to a common grapple beam technology. The sport of glider riding involves using a grapple beam to attach to a glider and then staying on it as long as possible. An enemy that doesn't want to kill us. Versus this.
Recording to logbook.
Morphology. Hunter Metroid. Adolescent Metroid. Energy siphon tentacles increased its threat level. As Metroids develop, they become more efficient predators. Energy draining tentacles allow them to attack at a distance. Quick to anger, a Hunter Metroid will charge troublesome prey and attempt to ram them into submission. Cold-based attacks are still quite effective against these creatures. I hear another one, I think. That was necessary to advance. A save station. Temperature affiliated behavior index for Metroid is available at all research terminals. Access code LIF22. All Metroids destined for phase-on ranges in the mines must pass inspection. Let's see. There is a missile expansion down here, but I don't think we can get it yet. Ah. Maybe we can. But I need to get higher in order to do so. I think I need to use the glider. Yeah, I need to use the glider, which I can't do yet. There we go. Let's see. Vendrana's Edge. Yep, looks like I want to go through this door here. Want to break all these if I can. Because that will make it easier to get around this room. There's a jet zap in the water. Go. I just need to get out of the water. There we go. That's how. Funny you say that. Let's see. This looks like the door I want to take. The other door doesn't look very easy to reach. Nope, I think I have to get that on the way back. This place is just confusing enough that I'm keeping an eye on the map.
Recording to logbook.
Morphology: Aqua Reaper, a full aquatic tentacle, part of a submerged organism. Similar nature to the surface-based Reaper vine, the Aqua Reaper is adapted to liquid environment. It shares its poor vision with its rock-dwelling cousin, relying on a crude sonar sense to seek prey. Unhindered by water, the Aqua Reaper has considerable speed and strength. So yeah, you can't kill them, but you can drive them underwater. Open up, buddy. We're in the gravity chamber. Look what we have here. Gravity suit. Looks nice. Gravity suit acquired. Movement in liquid environments is no longer hindered. So now we move way faster underwater. We can just jump like anyone else. Oop, hang on. I hear a missile upgrade. The ice of the stalactite contains many different types of mineral deposits. One of the minerals detected in the ice structures appears to be volatile, from a volcanic rock. This rock makes the formation incredibly strong against traversing because of that. Become unstable if heated. Need to get something that does heat damage, I think. There's that missile upgrade. I really need the grapple beam to get that? Yes, I think I will need the grapple beam to get it. Oh well. Yeah, I think the gravity suit in this game would look better if it had more purple and less of the yellow from the Varia suit. I think it looks good. Purple's just a nice color. But it clearly looks tacked on over the Varia suit. There's a lot of things to get in this area that you can't get without the grapple beam. Though it'll probably be on my run through to get the artifacts that I actually come through here again. It feels so nice moving at full speed underwater. Let's see. And that connected us right back to this room. Now we want to get back to the Talon Overworld. Wonder what hit me? No, you guys? Let's see, that leads to the lab, I believe. I really don't have anything worth getting in there right now. But we want to go through this door. Oh, that leads to the lab. So we want to keep going up. Make sure I'm not missing anything, though I don't hear an upgrade, so... Back through Magmore real quick. I do like the use of blue in the visor and the highlights in the shoulder. That really changes it up a little bit. Since we're here, let's grab a save point. Let's... I think the water we want is this way? Yes. By the way, I think there's only one stalactite left in the game. And the elevator should be just beyond here. So, and it is another missable scan. While I'm thinking about it, no. I keep thinking I want to go get that artifact, but there's just gonna be a better time later now that I think about it. Honestly, the ice beam is so broken in this game that they made it way weaker in the next game in a way. But that's something for that game. No point stopping by the ship except for... well, just so I have a... sort of. It's complicated, but technically there is no ice beam, there's just a weapon that acts like the ice beam. Now while we're here, let's stop by the temple and see if we can turn in this artifact to get more locations for others. Not a whole lot of new ones. I think we have that one already. Here we go. The artifact file, in return.
Recording to logbook.
Translations. A room of research lies within the mines. A corrupted invader is trapped there. Defeat this creature to claim the artifact of warrior. So I only picked up one new location. Oh well. That probably wasn't really worth it. Especially since I knew about that one. notice, the crates with paint on are missing now. Let's... There is a missable scan coming up, I believe. This look familiar? This door has no power. Nearby power circuit. Let's see, there's one. I guess we just need the one. No, we need more than that, huh? Nope, just the one. Oh, I need to get it.
Recording to log.
There we go. Metroid, Talon crab, crustacean native of Talon 4. Hard-shelled swarm life form. Once harvested for food, exposure to Phazon has seen this practice diminish. Creatures are timid and harmless alone, but can be a problem when traveling in swarms. That was not the missable scan, I don't think. See, you can navigate this room without the gravity suit, but it's way more annoying. This is the missable scan. Quality: Aqua Pirates, space pirates with exoskeletons modified for underwater use. Using modified thruster facts and gravity suit technology, space pirates have armor suits for use in liquid environments. Thermal tracking is still very useful against these units, as the pirate engineers have yet to eliminate thruster pack's high heat signature. Now that's 75% scans. Nice. Can't freeze these. Oh, wait, no. I guess I was just missing more than I thought. those guys disappear after advancing the story a bit. Door has no power. So let's see. We need to find there's 1, 2, and 3. I think that'll open the door. One sec. Yeah, I think this is about where if you didn't have the gravity suit, it'd be really, really hard to get through. Oh, nope, we're missing one more. Ah, luckily it's right here. Alright, door controls operable. Auxiliary controls must be used. But look, a save station down here. Door has no power. 2 nearby power conduits. There's 1, 2. An energy tank. Energy tank lies within the cracked lift. A concussive blast should destroy the lift's door panel. That's 9 energy tanks. Only 5 left, I believe. Yeah, this is where you definitely get stuck if you do not have the gravity suit. Because these jumps would just not be possible. Door has no power. How many do I need? 3? Ah, darn. Looks like I gotta go back for them. There's 2. Question is, where's number 3? This is admittedly one of my least favorite areas in the game, but it's almost not even an area. It was at the top, wasn't it? Yeah, it was probably at the top. Just make sure. Oh. That's strange. I just don't see it. I don't think it should be past the one at the bottom. Oh, that's a mean trick game. Sorry that took so long. Come on. Now then, I believe I hear an upgrade. I think it's on the lower floors, though. Oh, another thing, I don't think it's missable, but Metroid Aqua Droid. Security mecha adapted for use in underwater areas. Space pirates have adapted a number of sentry drones for use in liquid environments. These aqua drones utilize an arsenal and artificial intelligence suite similar to their cousins. The pirates have been unable to properly shield these drones from electrical attack, making them vulnerable to the wave beam. Cordite, your structural integrity is below safety tolerances. Cordite, you say? Let me guess. I gotta find 3 nearby power conduits. Looks like I accidentally hit one already. There's 2, and I saw 3. I think it's entirely possible to get everything in here in one go. Gotta find... And now we've opened this door. Let's make sure there's no upgrades in this room. Not hearing any. Just the way forward, right? Yes. Dead space pirate. Best kind of space pirate, honestly. need to keep in mind. Need to figure out this trick. Yep, there we go. I almost had it. And 10th energy tank. They're being very generous here. And I believe that's all the items that are in this area. Open up. If I recall correctly, going up here... Oop. Go up again. But if I recall correctly, this is interesting. Because of where it leads. And it makes traversing the sunken Orpheon entirely unnecessary. You may not recognize this room yet. But now you should. Over there connects an elevator to the Hall of Elders. And up top is a room where we need the whatever breaks Bendazium. So we never need to go through the Orpheon ever again.
Radiation detected.
Intense radiation detected. Now, you're supposed to do this later, but... I thought there was something down there. I really thought there was a missile upgrade under that. Access to Phazon Mines East granted. Please step into the hologram. Phazon Mines. The last big area of the game.
Recording to logbook.
Mechanism. Mega turret. Perimeter defense turret. Reinforced with energy shielding. Frustrated with inferior armor plating on standard defense turrets, Space Pirates added energy shielding to a modified heavy cannon. The new shielding and increased beam strength makes the Mega turret an efficient point defense weapon. Yeah, these things are just beefed up turrets. But they're vulnerable to wave beams still. Save station access granted. Secondary force field control disabled. Surprisingly quiet in here. Primary force field control disabled. Well, I can hear a missile upgrade. Structural integrity of Bendasium Gate is low. Unfortunately, we can't get it right now. Auto turret malfunction. They hit me with shadow troopers. Oh, no, they're not. Force field access prohibited. And look, a red door. If there's gonna be more shadow pirates. Nope, something new.
Recording to logbook.
A new creature entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Space pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the wave beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your Chozo designed originals, but still quite fun. So yeah, now we got beam color puzzles with the pirates. Which means we're going to want to be... ready to switch beams. Microfractures present in Vindesium Gate. Silly Shadow Pirate. Yeah, I was a little careless with that one. Should've just switched visors. Sure, I don't see any upgrades. I know one of these halls has an upgrade I can get. Unit item code EPG 8642. Batch 23. Field designation Elite Pirate Alpha. Stasis tank hull reinforced with Desium alloy plates. Recommended battle systems for elite pirates are as follows: shoulder-mounted plasma artillery cannon, repulsion shield, wavequake generator, energy siphon system, and retractable wrist bayonets. Platform systems active.
Recording to logbook.
Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 11001.9. Initial Project Helix experiments with space pirate embryos were disasters. The phason infusion process degenerated brain tissue even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research Team Square made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with phason strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully fused Vertigo phason with space pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity, successful, and are ready for field testing and training. So yeah, they don't stop at nothing. I get the feeling they would find the idea of a god laughable. Not because of any sort of argument, but pretty much entirely because the idea of being answerable to something higher than them doesn't make sense to them. Security alert, all stations. Bioform Samus has made planetfall on Talon 4. The hunter is among us. All units are hereby ordered to attack Aran on sight. Terminal forces authorized. Report all sightings of Aran to security command at once. Here, an upgrade. That leads the way up. I think the upgrade is directly above us. Look. All units report to your battle station. Failure to comply with this order is an act of treason. Treason is punishable by termination.
Recording to logbook.
Mythology. Power Trooper. Space pilot armed with power beam technology. Base pilots have reverse engineered your weapon systems, including power beam. Flaw in design makes these pilots vulnerable to their own beam weapon systems. These weapons are inferior to your own. Chozo design originals, but still quite potent. I consider these kind of a nuisance. Because really the best way to hurt them with power beam is to super missile. But you know, costs you. Surface integrity 42%, presence of thermal power signature detected. Yes. Okay. Industrial pulse beam online, auto-firing mode engaged. Industrial pulse beam, mining configuration. First, we want to turn this that way, I believe. And that unlocks that upgrade we could hear. Found 50% of all items. And we actually have, I believe, 50% of the maximum missiles in the game. None of the other extra walls have any items because you can't hear the upgrade sound. And I believe to go forward, we want it facing straight ahead. I kind of remember this being annoying. Oh, this room I certainly remember. This room kinda sucks. Rotation control unit for the middle section of the pillar. It requires power to operate. This hologram represents the central pillar in this room. The pillar contains several rotating sections. They can be moved to gain access to different areas. Rotation of the pillar will alter the path of the magnetic rail track. Really need to start watching my health a lot more. We want to line up the red. Then jump down. And line up the other red. Looks like I'll need to do it thrice. Quite frankly, this room is just a huge nuisance. Rotation control unit blocked by partial collapse of Indesium wall, so we can't even get to the top. And I believe, yep, once again. All right. Access to Truth Mines level 2 granted. I really need to find a save room very soon if I can. So I'm letting my health get too low. Don't want to be too close to those boxes, so I can't really blow them up without hurting myself. They were hiding from me. I remember this room being dangerous. Yep. Missable scan.
Recording to logbook.
New creature entry. Morphology. Elite pilot. Phazon's handsome face pirate, incredibly strong, armored, and well-armed. Elite pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussion-based weapons. While armed, the elite pirate is effective in close combat and at a distance. Their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows evasion and quick attacks. Plasma artillery cannon. Unit has an extreme thermal signature due to lack of shielding. Cannon connected to energy siphon systems to augment performance. Avoid beam weapon fire when energy siphon unit is active. Basically, you want to spam super missiles with these guys. When they stick their hand up, that means your beams won't work. There's only 3 of these guys in the game. So they're basically mini-bosses. Phazon Nutrient Vat. Elite Pirate Ration processing in progress. Let's see. Oh, there's pirates around. But what kind and where? Deal with them before doing all the scanning in this room. Speaking of scanning, Ice Trooper. Space pirate armed with ice beam technology. Space pirates have reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the ice beam. Oh yay, ultra energy. I consider ice pirates to be one of the easier ones. Guess you can freeze them. Now then, look secure. So there is, I think, something very entertaining in this room. But first, let me see if this is what... I don't think I want to go through that door yet. A shipment of military-grade plasma artillery cannons is en route to Talon 4. The Ignoid Star Marines we acquired them from were letting them sit in a warehouse. Our elite pirates, on the other hand, will put them to good use very soon.
Recorded to logbook.
Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Investigations to impossible ingress point for the impact crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impermeable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proven fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent life form readings we've discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicate a massive creature is gestating there, absorbing enormous amounts of phazon from the phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to vast deposits of phazon within, but it will also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be.
Recorded to logbook.
It's running encrypted coded. Log 10-23-7. Security Command issued an all-points alert after the fall of Zebeth. The alert concerns bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Iran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of our powered armor suit and weapon. A considerable bounty will go to the unit that delivers Iran to command, dead or alive. It matters not. Unfortunately, the passing beam's a little ways out. I think the next thing we get is the grapple beam. Consumption of elite nutrient mix by non-elite units is strictly prohibited. Failure to comply will result in a 50% ration reduction for a decacycle. Security level Tau will be in effect until further notice. All leaves cancelled pending downgrade of alert status. Bioform Samsaran continues to assault our holding on Talon 4. Security has been compromised in multiple areas. Casualty rates are rising. Command has authorized a sizable bounty for the capture or termination of Iran. Report to your field officers for details.
Recorded to logbook.
Base-fighting Cryptogator decoded. Log 11.222.8. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal, based off of data acquired from her assaults on our forces. Progress is slow, but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Iran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Iran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterwards. One of my favorite log entries in this game. Security alert, computer systems compromised. Bioform Samsaran has cracked our systems. The hunter can access our system at will and is able to bypass most of our security programs. Use manual locking systems when possible. Evaluation of plasma artillery cannons is complete. The weapons are fully functional, but a flaw has been discovered. Subpar thermal shielding gives them a high heat signature. This could make them easier to target for enemies with enhanced vision capabilities. Talon Metroid aggression levels are rising. Be alert for any attempts by Talon Metroids to escape from quarantine areas. Their energy absorption ability is not able to disrupt our force fields, but continued exposure to Phazon may change things for the worse. Facility Command's request for elite pirate transfer to security forces granted. Prepare units EPG 8644 and EPG 8656 for field duty at once. Reports on Hunter activity are in. Analysis indicated that the Hunter is using morph ball technology to infiltrate our facilities. Recalibrate sensors to search for morph ball energy signatures. So much data.
Recorded to logbook.
Base-fighting Cryptogator decoded. Results are in from field studies on the bioform group Chozo, which we believe are extinct. We believe that the Talon 4 was once a stronghold of a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought the end into the Chozo. Yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us we destroy. In time we shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them.
Recorded to logbook.
Base-fighting Cryptogator decoded. Log 11452.8. Although we are still no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resting spots of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate system at long last. Once we do, the impact crater and whatever creature it shelters will be ours for the taking. Phazon-infused fungal harvesting continues. Replacement of Decatractinate for Phazon-infused fungal matter in elite fashion mix has been authorized. Security requests deployment of elite pirates in Metroid quarantine areas. The high casualties suffered by standard pirate units deployed in Metroid areas is not acceptable. Reconfiguration of security drones authorized. Deploy new drones to mission-critical areas immediately.
Recorded to logbook.
Spaceflight encrypted data decoded. Log 11, 402.5. We have come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the location of the Chozo's artifact until we can decipher the messages carved into the statues in this abominable temple. Our language databases are woefully inadequate, and our linguistic analysts can come up with little more than vague theories. The best hypothesis we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and Command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be produced soon. Northfield online. Offline. Access granted. Placement of standard hatch covers continues. Steel covers will be replaced with cordite and bendesium covers in 2 decacycles. Planetary stealth technology is back online. We have evaded detection by the battle cruiser Imons. The brief lapse in planetary security caused by the crash of our own frigate is over. Now we must concentrate our efforts on the Hunter. Report any signs of a ration rejection by elites at once. Increase Phazon portion of elite pirate ration by 18%.
Recorded to logbook.
Spaceflight encrypted data decoded. Log 11, 377.1. Analysis continues on these cursed ruins in the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We're now completely certain that the containment field denying us access to the impact crater is linked to strange artifacts that belong in the temple. But we are no closer to finding them or deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of this ruined place. Command grows increasingly anxious for resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweep within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders.
Recorded to logbook.
Spaceflight encrypted data decoded. Log 11, 664.2. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruin sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemies, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. The science team believes these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover the Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We'll make them pay for such arrogance, or even ghosts can be destroyed. Right, I think what I should do is I should go through this door first. It's possible this will lead me somewhere useful. A rock slide blocked off this passage. Now see some traces of Bendesium. Okay, so no, that does not lead me anywhere useful yet. Really hoping there was a save room. I remember this room. Clear air, flowing from the Spendisium grate. This is a half-pipe. Ventilation fan is working at minimal level. Activation of vent system will bring it to full power. Half-pipe, but we mostly want to ignore it.
Poison gas detected.
But there's not a lot we can do in there. Ah. There's definitely another wave trooper out here. Now the question is, are there power troopers? Ice troopers? There are some power troopers. Now let's look out for ice troopers. Oh, nope, more power troopers. Is there another? That's all. Unit ident code EPG 8702, batch 01, field designation Elite Pirate. Designation Elite Pirate. Death to the hunter, death to all who oppose us. Our enemies will tremble before the might of our elite pirates. Unauthorized Talon Metroid feeding is strictly prohibited. Test results from battle simulation Samus Aran are promising. Elite units report 74% success ratio against Aran in testing. High Command is pleased, but expects a higher ratio by Project Sid. Increased bamboo patrols in unauthorized areas. Scramble all aerial units immediately. Flight Fighter Sigma 4 is in effect.
Recorded to logbook.
Spacepirate encrypted data decoded. Log 11-232.8. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but has retained all mental faculties and shows dexterity with all elite weapons, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon mantle issued for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which eventually mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate, based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is potential overdependence on Phazon. All available troopers report to Mine Security Command. Cryo sleep tank damage, immediate maintenance required. Chozo ruin areas are off limits until further notice. Metroids are not responding to synthetic substance. The reasons believe they only gain nourishment from active bioenergy sources. All magnetic rail system access must be approved by security. Metroid activity accelerating in non-frigid areas. Metroids from the initial batch have matured in their hunter phase. Be advised that hunter Metroid have siphon tentacles that can attach with them from a distance, as opposed to the close combat tactic used by younger Metroids. Increased aggression levels observed in latest elite pirate units. Increased phase-on feed by 0.07% per science team mandate. Class Bendesium wall section. We sure are finding a lot of Bendesium. Science team is accepting volunteers for advanced weapon training. Right. If I recall correctly, trouble in this room. Although maybe that's when I come back. Multiple safety system malfunctions detected. Unit should be taken offline immediately. Phase-on processing and security systems are taxing the Dynamo beyond safety tolerances. Though the conversion of geothermal power is easing the drain on our system, it is not enough. Further power use at current levels could lead to system failure. Dynamo maintenance team is not responding to service call. Rerouting request to Central Command. Alright. There is a special boss battle here. You cannot scan the boss. You cannot lock on to the boss. But what you can do is... Wave Burner! And something cool's in there. But we'll worry about that in a sec. I can't open that door. And that door's blocked, so I guess I won't deal with it in a sec. Need to be careful. My health is, as I said, a bit low. Huh. A dead end? Oh, I see. I gotta blast that to get through. Although, I think I need to... Back. Nope, I need to keep going forward. Indeed. Power bombs. Power bomb acquired! While in Morph Ball mode, press R to release a power bomb. Power bombs can destroy tougher materials than Morph Ball bombs. Additional data downloaded. As you can expect, this opens up a lot of things. I think the first thing I want to do is go in here. Because there's a save room. Let's see. We can press on a little bit. This opens up a ton of things which we've been looking for. Unfortunately, power bombs are another thing you have to keep up with.
Recorded to logbook.
Power bomb ammunition. They're super useful though. Like ridiculously useful. Let's see, is there anything up here for me? Doesn't look like it. Just a way back, I guess. Since there were so many, super missile. Ah, we can actually run past them. I forgot about that. Power tank failure. Bifold signs are negative. Alright, a float. More space pirates. Let's get rid of the trouble. These are just regular pirates, so... Synthetic Metroid ration mix processing in progress. Force field engaged. For any force field malfunctions, stop operations command immediately. Do not disengage force field without command authorization. Oh, that would have been funny, actually. You can activate it, and I think they do attack the pirates. Still. Security now accepting volunteers for hunting parties. Target is bioform Samus-Aran, also known as the Hunter. Warning, force field disengaged. Metroid containment area will be breached. kind of surprised me. These are just Talon Metroids.
Data received.
Incoming scan data. Spectral analysis complete. Spectral increase at Talon site. Life Grove. We have been there before, but we couldn't do anything. And we can't cross this pile of Phazon. We're at a dead end here. But don't worry. Suspension of synthetic Metroid rations has been ordered. Synthetic Metroid rations to be replaced by live bioenergy sources on 12025.1. Studies indicate decreased aggression between elite pirates and irradiated Metroids. Science teams believe the infusion of Phazon in these units may be forming a type of symbiosis between them. Further studies are underway. Infusion of Phazon into local fungi is proceeding. This program has produced a cheap, viable ration for many of our Phazon-enhanced units on Talon 4. A mass production program has been unauthorized. Fungal invigoration fluid processing levels normal. So, this is a dead end for now. Elite pirates do lots of damage. I think I know exactly where we're gonna stop. It's not far ahead. Sleep Tank Unit C54468A. Unit modified for elite pirate storage.
Defeat enemies to unlock doors.
Put your hand down. And he's done.
Doors unlocked.
That's second elite pirate we have to fight. And looky here, the final map station. No. The Omega Pirate is a separate thing. If you hadn't scanned it by this point, the map station is now unscannable. There we go. Ventilation control storage. Fans online and clearing fumes. One sec. Okay. And look. Energy tank 11. Only. Or actually, I think that might be. Yeah, it should be 3 more to go. This is the right way, right? Yeah, one sec. Hang on. Okay, good. Sorry, I was making sure my computer was plugged in properly, because it seemed like it was running low on power. And it was. There's still more. Okay, looks like they're shadow pirates. Let's see, where does this one lead? Little unclear. What part of the map I'm on? Here we go. Ah, I don't want to go in this one yet. Where I want to go is the tower room. Oh, that was fun. Wasteful, perhaps, but fun. Now there's Metroids in here. At least they aren't ultras. At least they aren't hunters, rather. I think that's where I want this to be. Let me double check. Yes, that's where I want that to be. It's gonna charge me. Where? There it is. Yeah. Nope, it's red. I need red. There's still one around. Don't know where it is, though. Of course. There we go. Now I just need to do this 3 times. And then the bottom one. And now I can go up to the upper floor here, and I never need to mess with this tower again, I think. I'm pretty sure I can jump to each of the other floors from the top one. Yep, this is the one I want. And hidden in here, the grapple beam. The final upgrade we had at the beginning of the game that we lost. Boy, it is just annoying how late that is. You know how many grapple points we've seen? Speaking of, actually.
Recorded to logbook.
Now this indicates a viable attach point for the grapple beam. Yeah, I know there's a missile or something down here. Jump in the bubbles, you can go extra high. guess not. I didn't hear any upgrade noises. And look, we're back at the entrance. And surrounded by a lot of pirates. My missiles are low. That's a nuisance. Now then, we're gonna walk in there and save at that point to end. But now's also a good time to finish this room real quick. Trying to jump scare me, these silly pirates. These crane controls are functional, don't require power. Crane controls are functional, don't require power. All building materials is complete. Report all phase-on mutations science you meet. All units with useful mutations will receive an increase in pay and ration. Elite and trooper candidates are now being selected by command. Let's see. Power to the crane. Crane unit scan indicates recent use. Device is currently inactive. There we go. Crane controls are now active. And the cranes lead us to a missile. Here we go. Oh, wrong button. Yes. I'm gonna grab that missile, hit the save point, and we'll stop there. And then next time we'll probably get to the point where I'm starting the final lap around the world to pick up everything I'm missing. Expansion? They aren't terrible, but you do have to go out of your way to get a lot of things. I've never gotten 100% scans, though technically even if we don't, we can get the special ending. There's still a whole bunch of this mine left. Basically all of the third level. But we'll have to worry about that next time. Also, I think I recall this room and I think I recall how much I hate it. But we'll deal with that next time, probably. I'd be surprised if we don't get through to the next boss, which is right when we want to start cleaning up the world.